Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid preview. Um, this is the preview to Real Madrid versus Osasuna in La Liga. It is the last game until the next international break, which is the last international break for the year. Um, and then obviously after that you come back, and we've got another set of big matches now. If you want to bring back to what happened last time out, Villarreal, we won international break for 2 weeks. You come back, you get that bounce of Celta Vigo, and then afterwards, yeah, um, it's just been horrendous, really, hasn't it? Two losses in three, two trashings. El Clasico was disgrace, and so was the game against Milan. And now you've got Osasuna, and don't underestimate this side because Osasuna are not 19th, they're not 20th, and even if they were, they would have still given us a game based on the way we are playing. But they are 5th. Osasuna are 5th in the table right now. They're playing well. They beat Barcelona already this season, and Barcelona haven't lost many games, and away to Osasuna was one of their only losses this season. Um, Obviously, that game against Valencia was cancelled, postponed. So currently, Real Madrid are 9 points off Barcelona, and with Barcelona playing Real Sociedad, we can only hope. But I think even Real Sociedad can't, stop Barcelona. But then again, it will probably be 9 points for Barcelona heading into international break. What do we expect? We've been dreadful in the last two games. Barcelona have been the best team along with Liverpool in Europe this season. And things have not been going well. And we've got Osasuna at home, which on paper looks like a winnable game. But I'm not trying to sound arrogant, but I thought AC Milan was a winnable game. I thought AC Milan was a game that, they're not playing that well. They're 7th in the Serie A. You can beat them. You're at home. You've got Vinicius, you've got Mbappe, Bellingham. You've got these guys. You can win. But what happened? AC Milan turned up, and they were far better in the first half, and they didn't really need to do a lot in the second half, and they still scored before we did, and we didn't score in the second half. So what has happened? What is going to happen? We don't know, but this is a really, really hard game to call. Now let's have a bit of a chat about Osasuna, because like I said, they're 5th. In terms of away games, they last away game they beat Real Sociedad, actually, funnily enough. Before that, they drew against Getafe. That was the start of October. The end of September, they drew away at Valencia. Mid-September, they lost away to Vallecano. They lost away to Girona in August. So look, they have had one win in their away game so far this season, and it was their last away game. But I wouldn't be surprised if anything happens, because I just look at the team, and you can't tell me that it's all down to, oh, Carvajal is out, oh, Courtois is out, or whatever, right? It's a combination of a lot of things that we have to look into. We have to talk about. Mbappe is part of it. The fact that he has come in, has it affected the way the team has played? Yes. But is he the main problem? He's not 100% the problem. Carvajal being out, before Carvajal got injured against Villarreal, were we playing amazing football? No. But have we played even well enough to win after he got injured? No. So that hasn't helped either. Courtois put up some good performances before. Is Lunin the problem? Did Lunin make us lose? No. But if Courtois was here, he would have improved the team for sure. But that is a minority problem, isn't it? I mean, what else is there? You talk about the likes of Toni Kroos retiring. We didn't manage to get a replacement in. Is that the main problem? I would say that's a big problem. I mean, I've looked at the midfield this season, and Tchouaméni, Valverde, Bellingham, they just look different. I don't know how you explain. It's not really a lack of interest or passion or fight. It's just giving up too easily. When you're losing the battles in the midfield, you cannot give up. Because when you give up, you leave the defense exposed. Lucas Vazquez, he's left exposed. Is he part of the problem? I would say he is, but I would say it's very, very harsh on Lucas Vazquez. He's not a right back, but he's had to, deal with a lot of, take-ons. Rafinha had a go. Leo had a go. When we play Liverpool, Luis Diaz is going to have a go at him. So, when the midfield lose the ball, lose the battle, which they have been, and they give up, and they don't track back, they don't run for the ball, you leave Lucas Vazquez exposed. And when Lucas Vazquez is exposed, the attacker, the winger, the left winger gets in, Militao has to come across, Rudiger has to go across, Mendy doesn't go across because it's not in sync for some reason, and then the center of the box is left exposed. And that was how you look at the Barcelona goal that Lewandowski scored, the second one. Exactly, right? Vazquez, Militao, Rudiger were all towards the right side of the defense. That left the center basically almost exposed. And that is the problem. That is not the main problem. It's not an individual target problem. It's not this player or that player. But it's been defensively. Defensively, it's been a collective issue that the back five have been held accountable for. But how does it happen? The midfield three loses the ball, and then they let the back five deal with it. They don't track back. They don't really do a lot of ball recovery. And then, when you go down, usually the attack, Vinicius, he has Benzema, he has someone in there that can help him. And Mbappe has not been that guy. And we've seen Mbappe score a couple of goals and look good in a couple of moments, couple of halves where you have gone, okay, but where's the Mbappe that we know from PSG? Where is the Mbappe we know from the World Cup final? Where is the player that can be the guy who takes on everyone alone? Now, I'm not expecting that from him every game, but we have not seen a full game that we've gone, penalties aside, that is Mbappe. We have not seen a game. We have not seen a game where Mbappe has got one or two goals at least. No penalties. He's dictated the game. He's played well. He's been the main man. We have not seen the Mbappe. And the reason we have not seen Mbappe is the fact that he has had to play at 9. Sometimes him and Vinicius get in each other's way. And that doesn't help either of them. It doesn't help Mbappe for sure. And the whole system has been screwed. Because when that happens, Bellingham is played slightly deeper as to what he did last season. And I'm not expecting Bellingham to score the goals. But that's how we became successful. Relying on an unlikely player to score the goals. Who is willing to make the runs into the box. Who is willing to let Vini and Rodrigo and whoever's on the wings to do their own magic and tricks and whatever. But being the guy in the box. We need a target man in the box. That doesn't have to be, oh, he's there to score headers, but someone in the box. Mbappe, how many times do you see him just stay in the box? Like a, disciplined player. I'm just going to stay in the box. I'm going to do my thing in the box as a striker. No. And Benzema pointed this out in an interview recently. Mbappe has not been a 9. He needs to be the 9. If not, he can't play there. Because there's too many occasions where Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. are getting in each other's way. And that has been the problem in the attack. But on top of that, the defense and the midfield has not helped. So it's all gone crazy. Are Real Madrid gonna just lose every game? If Real Madrid lose like one against Osasuna and then lose another couple, I think Ancelotti is gone. I think. Now, I'm not calling for Ancelotti to be sacked. I think that you have to respect Ancelotti. I think that when things go wrong, when things aren't going well, you have to stick with the team. You have to stick with the players, the coach, the manager, everyone. Because Real Madrid are a club where things might not be going well, but at the end of the day, they find a way to pull through and things start going better. But and again, I'm gonna reiterate, I'm not saying I want Ancelotti gone because of a couple of bad results. I'm just saying in case it keeps getting worse and worse and worse, I think that the club will do it. And I'm not saying that as in I want to do it or I want it to happen now. I'm saying eventually, I think it gets to a point where Florentino Perez, the board members go, yeah, Osasuna lost, Leganes lost, yeah, probably, Liverpool lost. Like, come on, it's ridiculous. But are we going to lose that many games? It's hard to say, because you can't even say, oh, we'll win the next 3 games or whatever, because we could easily lose 4-0 in the next 3 games as well, based on the last 2 games. But look, when is the point? I said this, right? When is the point where these players just go, screw this, F it, I can't say it. It's time to finally switch up. It's time to play well. The players don't look like they're going to do it. Against Milan, fatigue, laziness, not tracking back, leaving your teammates to die, that has been the last 2 games. So when are we going to see the difference? When are we going to see the players finally go, okay, I've lost the ball, Lucas Vazquez is now facing a 1v1, I'm going to go back and help him out. Where is that? And when are we going to go, okay, Rudiger, Militao, if Vazquez is facing a 1v1 and he's been beaten, don't all rush to that side of the pitch. Don't leave the box, the center of the pitch, in the penalty zone exposed, right? And when are we going to stop, getting silly yellow cards as well? I mean, Militao and Lucas Vazquez getting silly yellow cards, especially Militao against Milan. And I just think that when I watch Real Madrid in the last 2 games, especially against teams that sit deep, you have no response. Vinny gets the ball, and Vinny and Mbappe, like, they're passing to each other, like, what are we going to do? So, something has to change. Now look, is dropping Mbappe possible? I think in a footballing term, it should be. No player is undroppable. But is Ancelotti going to drop him? No. Are we going to see Arda Güler and Endrick play or start? I don't think so. So, my starting 11 after the run is literally Lunin in goal, Mendy, Rudiger, Militao, Vazquez, because there's no one else. I would probably say, you know what, screw it, put Fran Garcia in. It can't get worse, can it? It can't get worse. And I do actually think Fran Garcia might start this game. I do. The midfield, Tchouaméni is injured. I think it is, I have no idea. I forgot what the actual injury is. Is it like a muscle injury? But yeah, he's injured. He's gonna be out for about a month. So Camavinga, who has actually been pretty good in the last 2 games, or not good, but he hasn't been that bad. We need a Camavinga solid display. If Camavinga in the next few games, right, in the next month, step in and play well, I think Tchouaméni's time is gone. I do as well. Again, that's not me saying I want Tchouaméni to be sold, but I'm just thinking of a club's perspective and point of view. Bellingham, Valverde next to him. I don't know what's up with Valverde. Do we bench him as well? But he looks lackluster. He looks tired. That's the problem. Bellingham, frustrated. Of course, we get it. But you need to stay disciplined. You need to, have the mentality. Vinny and Mbappe, Rodrigo, look. I don't know what to say, because I don't really have any feelings to the front three anymore. I don't feel excited. I don't feel disappointed. It's just one of those things where you're like, okay, if they score, if Mbappe gets a hat trick, cool. If he doesn't, cool. If we lose because we don't score, like, okay. And it's not because I don't support the club, but it's almost a bit of, it's been so poor in the last few games and this season in general. What do you expect from the front three? I think a spark could be Rodrigo, Endrick, bring someone in maybe to change things up front. Because although Endrick has been talked about being selfish, he is actually a player who gets in the box. He's a player, a striker. So look, score predictions, to finish things off. I'm gonna go Real Madrid 2, Osasuna 1. Is that being too optimistic? I don't know, but let me know what your thoughts are down below. Hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like, subscribe to just on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.